Hello and welcome back to one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about these Hagon shocks. So I got these at the end of last year and they're, well, they're different to what I expected, to be honest. We'll go into that more on the road, but I thought I'd give you a quick look at them. Apologies if the camera angle isn't completely perfect. I've got just a GoPro on my head. So yeah, I've had these for quite a while now and I've experienced them enough to give a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a full review, because I haven't had them for hundreds and hundreds of miles. I've probably had them on for about 300 miles. And I'd like about 1,500 to do a full review on them. And I've had this seat on now for about, I don't know, I want to say maybe 100 miles. So definitely I'm not even going to give first impressions on this seat yet. But I will do a video on that eventually. Sorry the bike's so dirty. I have been commuting in this horrible winter weather. So what we'll do is we'll get on the road and I'll let you know all about this bike. So why are these shocks different to what I expected then? Well, they didn't quite sort out the major problem that I was going for, which is when where I live, a lot of these roads have wires that are dug and tarmacked back over after the fact. And that means that there's a lot of bumps in the road that you can't avoid, and they've been throwing me out of my seat. Not you know, not cartoon style, but you know, they've been, you know, enough to get me a few mil off my seat. And so I thought I'd buy these shocks because everyone complains about the rear ones, and even before I bought the bike, I did say in my sort of like when I done my collecting of the Royal Enfield video, I did mention that, you know, I knew that that was a thing and I was experiencing it myself. It wasn't the comfiest ride. So it was about the end of 2024 I bought these shocks, and let's just say, for I'll get out of the way that the money that I paid for them, which is, you know, I didn't get it from any cheaper, but for the money that they are definitely worth the investment. Now the bike is a lot more comfortable now, but it doesn't, you know, the bumps are still there, as you can hear in my voice. I mean, that was a very rough bit of road just there, but you know, it didn't stop the getting thrown out of my seat, but somehow it makes the whole experience more comfortable. It's hard to explain because I still feel like I'm being moved about as much as I was originally, but at the same time the whole experience just feels way more comfortable. There's an added plushness that I think is down to the dampers in the actual shocks themselves, which is giving that much more comfortable experience, while it feels that this, you know, there's still, because of the suspension setup, you can't actually have that much like suspension travel, unlike a monoshock. So, you know, it's I think this is pretty much as good as it gets for this type of bike, but it's still no GS or Goldwing. So yeah, it's a different experience. It's hard to explain, you know, how it feels. You just need to try it yourself. I know that you know, a lot of people send gleaming reviews of these. If you're expecting a really night and day difference, then I guess these aren't the ones for you. But they definitely make the whole ride much more enjoyable. And I found, just because of the harshness and the chatter has been taken out, it feels like I can last a little bit longer in the seat before my arse gives up. So yeah, definitely worth the investment. It's only just a little quick video. I don't want to just drag it out for no reason, and I don't really know what else to say apart from that. I guess we can go into the install. The install was super simple. A jack of some kind would be the most beneficial. If not, if you've got blocks of wood laying about, just to prop the bike up while you're doing your shocks, it makes it easier, because the shocks are just a tiny bit, just a fraction higher, so you can't just change them out one aside. I found I had to take them, well, you could, but it was just, it wasn't as simple as it could have been. You still had to jack the bike up. You can do them one aside, but you do have to lift the bike up to get that bolt through. So yeah, there's that. Maybe if your suspension is a bit newer, it might have less lag and you'd be able to get away with it, but I'd already had 2,500 miles or even more on my bike at that time, so yes, I couldn't get away with it without lifting the bike up slightly. But it's easy enough. I've done it by myself, and I'm not a master tech mechanic. So yeah, there's that. Definitely worth the money in my opinion. You know, if they were £1,000, then you know I'd be a bit more wary about it. But for the 200 odd quid that they are, definitely worth every single penny, especially if you're planning on keeping the bike long term, like I am. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and subscribe if you're into if you want some more Royal Enfield content. I've got another bike as well, and soon enough I'll be starting up. This is Clarkson's farm here. Still very busy, look at that. They still got a queue the whole way around. Yeah, I'm going to be starting up another YouTube channel soon, which will just be rides only, no talking. I've got a wireless mic on order that will go on backpack and hopefully pick up the exhaust note a little bit better. So yeah, non-commentary videos will be going on there. But yeah, that's all we have time for today. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one.